Hi, my name is Maddie Ho. I'm a beginner video editor and I'll be showcasing some of my work in this video. When it comes to my work, I'd say I have a strong vision for what I want, but it's hard for me to work when I don't have the footage I envision, access to certain resources, or the skills to execute it. But I learned to work with what I got. I think learning how to adapt is very important as an artist. I do have some experience in video editing, primarily working with effects and After Effects, and that greatly helped with these projects. I have publicly posted work I've done in After Effects on social media, and seeing the feedback and reaction has really helped my confidence in editing. For my first project, I had to make a silent trailer for a book. The twist was that I had to make it seem like a different genre purely from editing alone. For this, I chose the book Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda. It's a coming-of-age romantic comedy, but in the trailer, I made it appear like a thriller movie. It was complicated because the book has already been adapted to film, and making footage appear differently with just editing alone was hard. What I learned the most is how important captions and text is to trailers. I never paid much attention to them, but I realized that text is often really present in trailers and helps the viewer gain a better understanding of what they're watching. I wanted to seem like I was making a film where the audiences make their own inferences, but in a movie trailer you have to help them understand so you can get them interested in watching your film. I think that this trailer shows about me is that I watch a lot of movies and movie trailers, so I know what they should look like and the editing and the wording they use to appeal to audiences. I get a lot of inspiration from things that I watch and take that with me in everything I do. The second project I created was a commercial for my fictional production company. I chose to make the commercial for a production company because it's a career I'm interested in. I really wanted to focus on all aspects of what my production company would do while making it visually appealing. I didn't use my own footage, but if I did have an actual production company, I would. What I learned from this project is actually the span of what production companies can do and what goes into making media, but I also learned a lot about what makes commercials appealing and the specific buzzwords media companies use to make their creations stand out. I tend to go for a more cinematic look, and I usually always want the footage to be the focus. I like more subtle editing that doesn't take focus away from the visuals. I do, however, like text effects, and I think it can add a lot without being too much. In this case, it worked well for advertising a production company. For the third project, I created a tutorial for After Effects. I myself learned how to use After Effects from tutorials on YouTube, so I took a lot of inspiration from that. I also liked the idea of being able to help other people the way I was helped. I really learned how much editing goes into a tutorial, even if it looks simple. It's more than simple recording and posting. It really has to be palatable to the audience so they can follow it. All aspects are important, but especially the visuals and text. While making this, I kept thinking of accessibility and making sure anyone could watch and understand it. Accessibility is important, and I think that gets ignored a lot. I think given more time, I definitely would have went into more detail about certain steps and what they do. But I made sure to zoom in when necessary so things can be seen better. I made sure to add arrows to point out things, and I made sure the text was specific. While making these things, I often think about what I myself would like to see when watching a trailer, commercial, or tutorial, and I incorporate that into everything I do. For the fourth and final project, I created a biography video for the actress Rachel Zegler. I'm more knowledgeable about famous people now than I am of historical figures. As a fan of her, it felt like I was making a video to introduce her to people and make them fans too. I really had to cut down a lot of things for this video because it ended up being too lengthy. In the long run, it was for the best. I got all the right details and facts in and cut out things that wouldn't have added much to the biography as a whole. I think I accidentally started going into a documentary direction rather than a short biographical video direction. Once again, I like to focus on the visual and cinematic aspects. While I did use still pictures, I prefer using videos as a way to tell a story. I think videos of Rachel showcased her as a person better. She is an actress, so videos were the best way to make her stand out. And since social media is very central to Rachel's career, I incorporated a lot of pictures from her social media posts as well as her viral video post. As an artist, I really want to be unique and different, but I also realized that it's still okay to follow certain rules. I have very strong opinions and big ideas, but executing them can be very hard for me. And I also try to find that balance between what I want and what my vision is versus what would appeal to audiences and what I'm instructed to do. It's between taking risks or playing it safe, but I think that's what makes someone stand out as an artist. As an editor, I lean more towards film and television. I like being able to tell stories with my work, and I want to evoke genuine emotions in people rather than just trying to sell a product. In a way, film is about selling a story, but I think it's more authentic, so while editing my projects, I really prioritized emotion. The projects in the showreel have helped me understand that about myself and gave me a better understanding of editing techniques and what they mean to viewers. Thank you for listening and watching my showreel.